Hello there and welcome to this edition of my bicycle blog. Today I just want to share with you a few facts about the agriculture found in Uganda. It's reckoned that something like 60+% of the population are involved in some form of agriculture, forestry or fishing in Uganda. People are involved in traditional cash crops such as coffee, cotton, tea, cocoa, even tobacco and sugarcane. And then there's other non-traditional cash crops. These will include things like maize and rice, beans, soya beans and even palm oil and things like that. Then there's livestock, and this will include not just cattle in the millions, but also goats and sheep and pigs, and most of all, on the last census they had on these things, something like 37.4 million poultry birds. And then the fourth main area is fishing. It's an important sector because about 20% of Uganda's surface is covered by water, and so the country has enormous potential for freshwater fisheries and agricultural production as a result. But it's not fish that I want to talk to you about today. Today I'd just like to share with you a few facts about coffee. Now, we all enjoy, or most of us enjoy, a nice cup of coffee, but perhaps you didn't know that Uganda is thought of to be the world's 8th largest coffee producer. That's right, 8th largest. And the main coffee that it produces is called Robusta, which is something I hadn't heard of. It does Arabica beans as well, those ones, but Robusta coffee is an indigenous form of coffee to Uganda and the country, and it's been part of Ugandan life for centuries. And there's even a variety of wild Robusta coffee still growing today up in Uganda's rainforests. And it's thought to be one of the rarest examples of naturally occurring coffee trees anywhere in the world. Well, it's interesting to know, isn't it? Robusta in Uganda is grown at relatively high altitudes, up as high as 1,500 metres. And this makes these coffee especially attractive for the fast-growing espresso industry. The bulk of Robusta is, however, used in the production of instant coffees and as inexpensive fillers for blends. Now then, figures released by the Uganda Coffee Development Authority show that exports for the calendar year January 2020 to December 2020 amounted to, wait for it, 5,492,525 60-kilo bags. What an enormous amount of coffee that is, and how much of a testament it is to all those folks who have been growing it out in Uganda. And where's it sold to? Where is all that coffee going to? Well, most of it's sold in its raw form and then converted in other countries it goes to. But the main group of people and countries that receive this coffee is in Europe. And I did mention earlier that it was very fit for espresso, so perhaps you won't be surprised that Italy is one of the top spot countries for taking in Ugandan coffee. And in Europe as a whole, around about 63% share it has of all Ugandan coffees. So Italy loves the Ugandan coffee, and it's followed on quickly after that by Germany, and then there's other places like the Sudan and Belgium and India are also large importers of the coffee from Uganda. So it may well be that some of the coffee that gets to us through espresso especially is coming from Uganda. Much of the crop, however, is grown not in vast big plantations, but in smallholders and farmers in areas in the central and eastern and western regions of the country. And these smallholders often intercrop their coffee trees with traditional food crops, usually utilising the shade of banana trees and other shady trees. In these self-sustaining conditions, coffee is left to grow naturally, flowering on average twice a year. You'll also find the Fairtrade Foundation working with farmers in different parts of Uganda, helping them set up cooperatives to ensure that they get a fair price for their coffee. So, next time you buy some coffee, maybe you could have a look to see if it's from Uganda. Well, that's all for now. Have a good week, take care, and God bless.